I ask the people this morning that will listen to me, God, not to look for any flair, but to listen and to digest.
Yes.
And I say thanks in Jesus' name.
Amen. Praise God. Praise you, Jesus. Bless you,
I want to speak to you this morning, and the scripture is coming from will be Jonah 1, verse 1 to 9. The topic, man's deception, God's compassion.
My God. My God. Yes.
You know, we often think that pastor knows all what they need to know. But in Matthew 15, I find something the other day I was reading, it jumped out at me. And it pulled me out and it encourages me that it's never too late.
Yes.
Even in the church, the attitude of your brethren is to discourage you, is to let you hide. Is to let, instead of you come forward and try to achieve what you didn't have, you stay back. Because the notion is that you should have known. And you're ashamed to step forward to let somebody know that you didn't know.
Yes, 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 that's true.
I see God, Jesus gave a parable in Matthew 15, and the people could not discern it. They could not interpret it. And Father said to Peter, they will not understand. But Peter himself, although he was with Jesus, didn't understand. And when they got into a room, he asked Jesus what was the interpretation, and Jesus said, well, wait. You too didn't know, and we would be all this time? That tells me that if Peter was with Jesus and have that problem, who's me? All I need to do is acknowledge the fact that I don't know. And try to know.
Yes, yes.
And I'm saying this not for myself only this morning. I see it has been a cancer in the body of Christ. Everybody is eloquent and everybody knows and everybody is impressing themselves and everybody is, saying what they know, and others who know they don't know and they think they don't know just are ashamed to come forward to get to know.
Yeah.
Let that be at the past this morning. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. From Jonah 1, and I'm going to read verse 1 to 9. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise and go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry out against it. For their wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah arose to flee to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. He went down into Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare and went down into it to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of God. The storm at sea. But the Lord sent a great wind on the sea, and there was a mighty tempest on the sea, so that the ship was about to be broken up. Then the marines were afraid, and every man cried out to his God, and threw the cargo that was in the ship into the sea, to lighten the load. But Jonah had gone down into the lowest part of the ship, had laid down and was fast asleep. Thank you. The scripture clearly states that a word came from God to Jonah a second time. The word said, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and preach that which I shall bid you to preach. God did not ask Jonah to preach to Nineveh from his personal knowledge. He did everything for him. God did not tell Jonah to go and conduct a crusade, a rally, or a revival service. He said, preach that which I will tell you to preach. He had no problem. All he had was to be obedient. He's a man of God, he's a prophet. Notwithstanding all this time, Nineveh was on God's destruction list. And Jonah being disobedient. Jonah, after some degree of refusal and stubbornness, took a very unusual transport that took him to Nineveh. In one day, having 2 days to spare out of 3 days' journey, Jonah was thrown from a ship by his own advice to the captain and crew. You see, Jonah had a very unique responsibility to God. He was one of God's chosen prophets. He was, as it were, a soldier in the army of God. Which means he is to follow the rules and regulations of God. And be ready to do his will. Jonah, in going contrary to God's command, tried to deceive God, but instead he deceived himself. Because in the end, God prevailed over him and he had to go to Nineveh. Not in a commercial ship, but instead he was picked up by a captain, the captain of a ship with internal conditions that was unacceptable to him. To this day, the journey to Nineveh marvel everyone. Hallelujah. This is proof that God is not to be trifled with.
That's right.
He will get the job done.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Man deceptive art cannot override a compassionate God. In Isaiah 55:7-9 says, let the wicked forsake his ways and the righteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord and he will have mercy on him, for God will abundantly pardon. In those days, Nineveh was the capital of Assyria. The king heard about the message that Jonah preached and called a fast to include both man and beast. Whereas Jonah wanted them dead, God had compassion on them, and Jonah's deceptive plans failed. If we have deceptive plans, it will fail.
Amen.
If we have deceptive plans, it will fail. You know what is deceptive plans? You know what is deception? The closest person to you is the one you're trying to kill. The one who feeds you is the one you're trying to kill. The one who you can call upon at any time is the one who can't trust you. That is if God put it in him to find out lucky, he will be lucky. My friend, I feel it in my being. Please, deception is not a good thing. Hallelujah. So Jonah's deceptive plans failed. Because he was mere man and God was God. Mere man will fail, but God will prevail. Example of ordinary man deceptive heart. And I say to you, just before Christ was ready to be received up, the Bible used the words to be received up. Jesus made a committed decision to go to Israel. Along the way, they reached and entered a Samaritan village. When the disciples got into the village, the people would not welcome or receive any of them. When the disciples also, when they saw it, when James and John saw what was happening, they got offended and asked Jesus if he would permit them to call down fire from heaven to consume the Samaritans. The heart, those are men of God.
Yeah.
And at least I don't think God would want them to assist in that way. But Christ discerned their deceptive heart and rebuked them and point out to them that the Son of Man did not come to destroy men's life,
Amen.
but to save them.
Amen.
Man's heart will deceive them, but God's compassionate heart will save them.
Amen.
The heart of man wants to kill, but the heart of God wants man to live. None of us, he said that he wished that none of us die and go to hell, but that all turn from wickedness and find eternal life with him. What a compassionate God is. Hallelujah. The disciples were asking Jesus for special privilege to do bodily harm to the Samaritans, but Jesus has no favorite. Romans 2:10-13 is telling us to live honorable, to live peaceful, and to do good. Verse 11 says, for there is no partiality with God. So nobody try to say, yeah, you're a bishop and you have so many souls saved and you're in the corner, you're on your way to heaven. So whatever you ask God to do that is not right, you get a special favor. There is no speciality with God, and power in the wrong hand can be trouble.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Proverbs 6:14 said the heart devises mischief at all time. We have to be careful.
Yeah.
Even right now, if I wasn't standing here and sitting somewhere else, my heart could be devising mischief.
Yeah.
It's just because I'm alert now. So we need to be alert at all time. And the heart so discarded. And if we do these things, our calamity will come upon us suddenly. None of us wants sudden distress, which is the meaning of calamity, to come upon us suddenly. But at all times we are going to have to be careful of things we say or do.
Amen.
Because the heart has the ability. Let's watch the word. The heart. Don't underestimate the heart.
Yeah.
The heart have the ability. If we was given the authority, maybe we would want to put the heart under subjection. But it's not for us to do that. It's a natural ability that the heart have to deceive us. We just have to be careful. We have to listen for the signals. In Deuteronomy 11:16 says, be careful and don't let your heart deceive you. That's what I was saying. There is going to be trials and temptation that will cross our path.
Yeah.
We may get weak and heavy laden.
Yes.
There may be troubles everywhere, but we must not be discouraged.
Amen.
All we will need to do is to take everything to God in prayer.
Yes.
Your friend despise and forsake us. If our friend despise and forsake us, take it to the compassionate God. In his arms he will take and shield us, and we will find a solace in the arms of God. As I said to you, listen, because this is how I preach. I am told all the while that I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I find myself, no matter what I try to do, God would have me in this docile.
Be yourself. Yeah. That's important.
And
Amen.
thank you, Bishop.
Yeah.
I can't do it another way.
Yeah. Amen.
My main desire is to tell you something that you will hear that will help you.
Amen. Amen.
Not to impress you,
Yeah.
but will help you.
Amen. Amen.
So listen.
Praise God.
I am inspired to say that Jonah's fish transport was able to navigate narrow channels in the sea, take a straight route than a huge ship. And that's why the trip may have lasted only a day
Instead of
with
3.
2 days to spare. You think that easy? Eh? Okay, I'll give you 3 days, but after you want to go somewhere, I'm going to find a way for you to get there faster. I will get an express transport here.
That's so bad.
Hallelujah.
Praise God.
Jonah's deceptive heart caused him to refuse God's instruction. And therefore God had to show him who was the master of the sea by giving him an express transport to speed up the trip to Nineveh.
That's right.
I hope there is no Jonah here today. And if you are, hear me, that when God gets ready, you got to move.
Amen.
And you're going to have to move in the right direction. Because eventually, He will redirect your path, just like Jonah. And if you're still stubborn, then you will suffer the consequence.
Yes.
Because He doesn't really push you, not only He will nurture you and He will be there for you, but if you insist, He will leave you to your reprobate mind. He will leave us, that is us, to our reprobate mind.
Yes.
So, if there is any Jonah here today, when God gets ready, you got to move.
Amen.
And you may just have to travel in a transport without air condition, like Jonah. So get rid of the deceptive heart.
Yes, yes.
We must at all time pay attention to the fact that hallelujah, 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 Jesus, hallelujah, that God will rise up in the stone to carry out His will.
Amen.
If man becomes stubborn. His word says in Luke 19, verse 40, we find a crowd of people rejoicing in Luke 19, verse 40, and praising Jesus for the mighty works He was performing. In this crowd there was a set of people called Pharisees. They wanted Jesus to tell the crowd to stop the noise. But Jesus replied, if this crowd should stop their worship and hold their peace, the very stone would take their place and cry out. The people wasn't making noise. They were actually praising their true and living God. But the Pharisees' deceptive heart got the better of them and called it noise. There are people who now telling us they're having crusade, they're having something that concern God, and they're coming to tell you to turn down because it is too much noise. I always wonder, how can there be too much noise? How can there be somebody who thinks there's too much noise when it is the things of God that is being done? Eh? But anyhow, they are ready. Let us pay attention, and I'll ask a question. How is our heart condition today? How has it been? Are we indicting good things of which God can be pleased? Or we may need to start right now to do a heart examination. Even ask God to search us. Cleanse us from a heart of deception. Because He is a God of compassion. Deception makes man miserable.
Yes. Yes.
And if you don't come to our rescue, Lord, we will be lost.
Yeah.
We are miserable, Lord,
Yeah.
through deception. And if you don't come to our rescue, if it continues the same way, God, we're going to be lost. And we ask you to come to our rescue.
Yeah.
Lord, help us to put our hands in the hand of the man who can still the water and calm the sea.
Amen.
Let us tell God to see if He find any wicked, deceiving heart in us. Let us ask God to burn the dross out of our heart so that we can come out like pure gold, striving each day for perfection. Jonah's heart was not right, although he was one of God's greats. He had a bad heart, a deceiving heart, and he thought that he could hide in the bottom of a ship, going in another direction, contrary to where God sent him. Jonah knew the purpose for which God was sending him to Nineveh. He knew the Ninevites could be persuaded to stop sinning if they got the message from God. But Jonah also knew that God was a compassionate God. He knew that God would save the people of Nineveh if and when they get the warning from God. They would take heed and turn from their wicked ways. Jonah's deceptive heart tells him to run away to Tarsus, to avoid God, who sees all things
All things.
and knows all things,
Yes.
and will surely confound our foolish attitude.
Yes.
I want to think that Jonah, being a prophet, should direct his character and behavior more appropriately. Instead, he acted to please himself and to have his own way in the affairs of God. Are we doing that?
Here.
Hallelujah. There is proof in the fact that he detoured to Tarshish because he did not like the Assyrians. His reason was that they committed acts of idolatry. They were proud and ruthless and bent on exercising their earthly power and was always threatening Israel. And he was a prophet of the northern kingdom of Israel. So that's the reason he took offense. Jonah took things into his own hands. He forget that God said, vengeance is mine, I will repay. And you know, I'm not a long speaker, and it's better for me to say a few words to you than to have you sitting there pretending that you're hearing and you're not hearing. Before I go, we have heard the difference between a man of deceptive heart and a compassionate God. If our hearts want to deceive us by telling us to run from God, don't do it. Don't do it. Instead, listen, stop, look, and listen to a compassionate God. May He cause His face to shine upon us today and give us peace. His peace. Amen. Hallelujah.